Hello guys, I am Jasmeet and welcome to Blogging Unplugged Clips. On this channel, you will find bite-sized videos from our main channel, Blogging Unplugged. If you are not into those hour-long videos, then this channel is for you. And if you find the content helpful, then make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. And with that said, let's dive into the video. Hello guys and welcome to the screen capture of this video. Now this is the first part where we will be discussing some of the changes or improvements that you will see in the new site editor or that have been introduced in the new site editor in WordPress 6.0. Now, first things first, for to show you these changes, what I have done is I have opened two tabs in the browser. The first one has the version 6.0. This is running in beta, and the second one has the 5.9.3, which is the stable one, which currently probably you are using as of now. Now, as far as the theme is concerned, we are using 2022 on both these tabs. Now to show you this change, let me first visit the new site editor in both these tabs and then I will take you through the changes. So let me just open them and then we'll discuss more about it. Now as you can see, this is the site editor in WordPress 6.0 and this is the site editor in WordPress 5.9.3. Now to show you this change, what I'm going to do is I'm going to visit the templates in this tab and gonna click add new over here. Now you can see it only allows you to add a single type of template or a single type of a global template for your pages, which is the front page. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.0, or this will change in WordPress 6.0. And for this, let's just visit templates in WordPress 6.0 tab, and when I click add new over here, you will see it lets you create global templates for other essential archives for your website. Now you can see author, category, date, tag, and taxonomy archives over here. Now you can, using these templates, you can basically create global templates for these pages for your website. Now this is an amazing step towards giving you more tools to create basically global templates for your pages. Now the only thing you will be required to do is create posts and tag them in various categories or tags, and those will show up the way you want to showcase them in the basically the archive pages. Now this basically means you can design your archive pages the way you want them, and this is the global option to do that. Now keeping this in mind, another thing that you have to know here is that once you add any one of these templates, or once you select or create any one of these templates, you will not see them in this list again, as it only lets you basically select them once or create them once. Now obviously you will get the option to delete and edit them as and when required, because that's how the WordPress goes. Gives you the option to do all of these things. So basically, to show you this, what I am going to do is I am going to click author right over here, and this is the author template. You can see right over here it is a blank template for right now. I'm going to add a template part to it. Choose, I'm going to select this, and now I'm going to click save. So this has basically created our author archive template, the global author archive template. And now I'm going to click this, visit templates again, and you can see the author archive right over here, or author template right over here. And when I click add new, you will not find it in this list. Now you obviously get the option to basically delete it. You can do it using this, click this ellipsis menu, and it will give you the option to delete it. So this is basically the first change, where it lets you create templates for other essential pages using the new site editor. There are you can now choose from a bunch of template types that WordPress is providing you with. Now, after this change, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the prioritization of block patterns over the individual blocks. Now, we all are familiar with the fact that if you are just starting to, create websites using WordPress, or you are just new to WordPress, then creating layouts or designs from scratch can be a bit tricky until unless you know all about the settings of the various blocks that you are using. Okay, in case you are not, then to help you with this, WordPress gives you access to the block patterns, which are pre-built sections you can call, and you can use them directly into your designs, and you can edit them the way you want to basically. Now, to help you with designing your site using the site editor and making the process easier for you, what WordPress is doing is it is prioritizing the block patterns over the individual blocks. Now, to show you this change, what I'm going to do is I'm going to visit the author template that we have just created. I'm going to click right over here, and you can see this is the template part that we have just added. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to select this section right over here, and I'm going to click add block. Now when I click add block, it gives me the option to choose from a pattern first. Okay, now these patterns are all for the footer. Now see this, after the header comes the footer. Okay, so in between is the body, and this is what WordPress is letting us know, that you have added the header. Now it's time you add the footer, and here are some block patterns for you. Now, in case you want to create your own section using the blocks, then what you can do here is you can click browse all right over here, and it will take you to this block inserter on the it will take you to the main block inserter, from where you can basically create your own section using the blocks. Okay, so this is another change that you will see in WordPress 6.0. Moving on, the next change that we are going to discuss is the addition of a new feature in the site editor, and that new feature is the code editor. Now, if you have watched our video or read our article on WordPress 5.9, then you must be familiar with the fact that the code editor was missing from the site editor in WordPress 5.9. Okay, in case you haven't or you want to watch the video, then I'll leave a link to it in the description box below and in the I button above. Feel free to pause this video, go on and watch that, and then you can come back and watch this video. Now, coming to this change, so what this change is, basically the new code editor has been added to the new site editor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to WordPress 5.9, which is right over here. Click this ellipsis menu right over here, and you will see it doesn't show you the option to basically select the code editor or the visual editor. Every option is missing from here, you can see. Okay, now I'm gonna head over to WordPress 6.0 and click this ellipsis menu, and you see the code editor option right over here. Now when you click this option, your page will turn into a code. You can make the changes the way you want to, and after that you can go back to the visual editing. Click this. Now if you want to visit the code editor, click this. If you want to visit the visual editor, visit this. Okay, so this is another change that you will see most probably in WordPress 6.0 update. Now, after the code editor, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the introduction of multiple style options in the block based theme. Now, what exactly is this option? Now, WordPress has been working really hard to make the website creation and customization process easier for you using the block editor, and this is one step that they have taken in that direction. Now what exactly is this option is, now theme authors will be allowed to give you multiple styling options that will be a combination of colors, typography and different things, using which you can easily update the look and feel of your website with just one click. Now this means you will no longer have to go through that entire process of changing themes and and then customizing them as per your requirements. Now WordPress has given the theme authors the option to basically provide multiple styling options. With just one click you can update or customize your website. Now to see this change, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to WordPress 5.9 site editor in WordPress 5.9 first, and then we are going to see if this option exists over there. So this is the WordPress 5.9 tab, and let's just click the style option, and let me close this. And you will see there is no multiple styling option available. You will see the regular styling options that you see in the site editor, but there is no additional multiple styling option available. Now let's just head over to WordPress 6.0 and click this right over here, and now you see the browse style option right over here. Click this, you will see multiple styles. With just a click you will be able to change the look and feel of your website. You can see right over here it changes again. You can see the typography change as well. Okay, so this is the change basically. This is a very welcome change, I would say, in the direction if you want to use blog based themes in the future, or you are looking to create blog based themes in the future. Then this is a very this is an amazing option basically. Now again, another thing that you have to keep in mind here is that if the blog based theme that you are using does not come with the multiple styling options, then you will not see this option. You will see it just like this, a regular the regular styling options. Without that, browse style option will be missing. Okay, so keep that in mind while you are editing your theme. Now, while we are on the topic of making things easy, by this I mean, simplifying the customization process, the theme creation process, WordPress has taken a massive step and has introduced a major change to its import option in the site editor. Now, what this change exactly does is, for right now in WordPress 5.9, when you use the export option, it just exports the template and the parts. Okay, now this has changed in WordPress 6.0, or this will change in, let me just say that, in WordPress 6.0, where it will download the theme complete theme. It will include all the files, including the functions.php file, the style.css, the everything that you get in a theme you will get through that option. Okay, let me just showcase you what exactly the change is. So for that, let me just head over to WordPress 5.9. Click this ellipsis menu over here. You see this export option. It clearly tells you download your templates and template parts. So I'm going to click this. It will download this site export thing, zip file basically, not a thing. So this is the theme. Let me just double click it. You see the parts, files and the templates right over here, all of the templates. Okay, now this has changed. Okay, now this is no longer the case. You will get access to all the theme files, like for example, like you download any of the themes from any of the companies or from the WordPress repository. The same way you can export all of the theme files using this option. Click this ellipsis right over here, go to export, click this option, and the download will begin. You can see the 2022 zip has been downloaded. Open this and you see all of the theme files. The style.css, the JSON file is right over here, readme document is here, index, functions, templates, style, parts, inc and assets. Okay, now this step is an essential step that WordPress has taken to simplify the theme creation process. Now, what this exactly means is you will be able to create your own custom themes and will be able to export them and upload them and use them wherever is that you want to use them on any other site without having to customize anything. Now, another thing that you have to know here is that, for example, every WordPress theme comes with its own set of patterns. And if you want to include patterns in your theme that you have created, what WordPress has done is you can include those patterns. But what you will have to do is you'll have to create your own pattern, copy the code, and then paste it in the patterns directory inside this themes folder. Okay, now if you want me to create a tutorial on this, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase you the patterns as well in the next video that I'm going to do on WordPress 6.0 that will be released once the stable version is released, and I will be doing a comparison style video with WordPress 5.9. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified. Now welcome to the second part of this video on what's coming in WordPress 6.0 update, and in this section we will be taking a look at some of the changes and improvements that have been introduced to the editor that you are using to create pages and posts in WordPress. Now if you have been following this video till now, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are finding the content helpful. It helps out a lot. Now coming to the changes, the first few changes have been introduced to the list view, and to showcase you that what I have done is I've created two posts one in each WordPress 6.0 beta and in WordPress 5.9.3. So what I'm gonna do is right now, let me just open those posts and then I'll walk you through those changes. Now in the list view, the first change or improvement that you will see in WordPress 6.0 is that the nested blocks, the groups, and the parent blocks are collapsed by default. Now if you have been using WordPress and using the list view, then you must be familiar with the fact that when you click list view, all of the blocks are expanded by default. Now if your page is long or includes too many nested blocks or parent blocks, then it can cause a lot of confusion if you are looking to use if you are looking to take the help of the list view to edit those sections. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you to WordPress 5.9 first, and I'm going to show you the list view. Now this is the WordPress 5.9 tab, and here is the list view icon, and when I click it, you will see all of the blocks are open or expanded by default. Now if this page is too long, you can imagine how difficult it is going to be for a newcomer to understand what is going on. Okay, now this has changed in WordPress 6.0, or this will change, I would say, in WordPress 6.0. And now all of the blocks are all of these nested blocks are collapsed by default. You can see right over here, when I click group, it shows two other groups. When I click this group, it shows an image. Now this change makes the list view look much cleaner, and you can navigate to your favorite sections using this. Now this makes it look, this makes it much more helpful than before. Now the next change that has been introduced in the list view is the opt-in for the automatic anchor generation for the headings. Now this feature was first introduced in WordPress 5.9, but it was rolled back because of complaints about it causing issues. Now this function has been basically re-released in will be re-released in WordPress 6.0 as an opt-in feature, where you will have to add a code snippet to the functions.php file, and it will automatically generate anchors for the headings that you will add to your page or post. Now in case you are looking for the code snippet, then I will leave a link to the article that contains the code snippet in the description box below. That will be the first link, and you can copy the link from there and basically try out this feature for yourself. Now currently I have this code in the here in the notepad with me. Okay, so what I am going to do right now is I am going to close this tab right over here, and this is the beta tab. So what I am going to do is I'm going to head over to tools, then the theme file editor, and there is the theme functions.php file. I'm going to open this file. There is the file. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to open this code snippet, copy this, copy this, and paste it right over here and update this file. You can see file edited successfully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this page. Now I'm going to open this list view, and you will see it automatically generates anchors for all of the headings that you will add on your page, be it h1, h2, h3, whatever is the heading, it will automatically generate anchors for that. Now in case you want to edit these anchors, then what you need to do is you need to first select this block right over here. It will take you to it. Then you will click this, select this block. You are on the block settings. Okay, remember this block settings. Then you will have to go to advanced. You see the HTML anchor for this, and here you will have to type in whatever is that you want to type. Basically change this anchor, and then you are going to save the change or publish, and the change will be reflected right over here. Now remember one thing, this anchor can't be completely deleted. It can only be edited or modified as per your requirements. So keep that in mind before using this feature. Now the last change that has been introduced in the list view is the introduction of a new keyboard shortcut using which you will be able to select multiple blocks in the list view, and that shortcut is Shift Home and Shift End. Now to showcase you this, what I'm going to do is I am going to click this list view icon right over here, and you can see the block is already selected on top. So what I am going to do here is I am going to press Shift and you will notice it will select all the blocks till the very end. You can see it has selected all the blocks. Now let me press Shift Home, and it will just select the top block. This means if you are at the bottom, if you are at the very end, then you can press Shift Home and it will select all the blocks above it. And if you are on top, then you can then you can press Shift End and it will select all the blocks below it. Let me press Shift End again. And now in case you want to modify any of the selections, then what you can do is you can press Shift and then use any of the arrow keys to modify the changes. You can see right over here I am pressing the up arrow, and it is basically deselecting the blocks below it. It's taking the selection on top. Now I'm selecting the, and now I'm clicking the, pressing the below arrow, and it is taking the it is selecting the blocks below it. Now after the list view, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the addition of gap support for the gallery block. Now if you have been using gallery block on your pages or posts, then you must be familiar with the fact that it does not allow you to basically add or remove spaces in between the image blocks. Now to show you this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to WordPress 5.9, and let's just edit this post and create a gallery using images. This is the gallery. Go to media library. I'm going to use 4 black images to show you exactly what I mean. Create a new gallery. Insert gallery. And now you can see there is no option to add or remove gaps in between these image blocks. You know what I'm talking about now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to WordPress 6.0 right over here. Now I did this post, and I will add a gallery block, and from the media library Select four placeholder images, and go to block settings right over here, and you will see the new option for block spacing. Now let me show you again the exact difference. This is the block spacing option in WordPress 6.0, and this is the options that you get in WordPress 5.9, which is as of now. So this option is missing from here. You can see the option, it is missing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put 0 over here, and you can see it makes a complete square. Now let me put 1, it will add a little bit of gap. Now this depends on your design, what kind of a gallery block you want to use, because using this feature you can add, you can create unique designs using this block. Now again, it is important to note there are several units that WordPress allows you to select from, and you need and to change the basically those units or select a preferred unit. What you need to do here is you need to click this pixel right over here, and then you will see all of the options, the percentage, rem, view width, view height, everything you get right over here. So this is the change that you will see in WordPress 6.0 for the gallery block. Now after the gallery block, the next topic that we are going to discuss is an introduction of a new feature known as block log. Now this is a very interesting option using which you can restrict editing, movement or removal of a block or a reusable block as well. Now first things first, let's just click this edit this post right over here that I've created for this demo. And you can see right over here, this is a regular paragraph block and this is a reusable block right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this ellipse menu, and you will see the lock option right over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this lock option, and it will show me these two options, or probably three options. The first one is the lock all, the second is the disable movement, and the third is the prevent removal. Now I can select either one of these or all of these depending on your requirements. Okay, so as the name suggests, disable movement is basically disables the movement of this block. You cannot move it up and down. Now the second one is removal. Then if you select this, then you will not be able to remove this. If I select lock all, then you will not be able to disable or remove this block. Now to see this, let's just select disable movement first and click apply. Now I do not get the option to move it. You can see the lock option right over here. Click unlock, and we are going to remove this and click apply, and we will be able to move this. You can see this option right over here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock this again, and prevent removal is what I'm going to select, and I'm gonna click apply. Now what happens is you will see the remove block option is gone, the remove paragraph option from right over here is gone. Now I'm going to unlock it and click apply. Now the next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to click lock again. I'm going to select lock all and click apply. Now you wouldn't be able to move it, and the option to remove is gone. Now I'm going to unlock it again. Okay, now the block is unlocked. You can see you can move it, and you have the option to basically remove this paragraph block as well. Okay, so this is one thing. Now coming to the reusable block, which is this one. Now let me just click this, and you see the lock option right over here. It comes with all of the same option, but one of the option is there is one new option, which is the restrict editing. Now let me just click restrict editing right over here and click apply. You will see the lock option right over here, and I will not be able to change the text. I will be able to move it, I will be able to remove it, but I will not be able to edit it. Okay, now let me go click unlock. Sorry, and click apply, and now I will be able to edit it. So this is the new block lock feature. Now with the site editor and this feature, you will be able to create blocks that you wouldn't want anybody to edit probably, or you wouldn't want them to be deleted. Then you can use this feature to block that specific action. Now moving on from the locking of blocks, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the selection of text fragments from multiple blocks in WordPress 6.0. Now, if you have been using WordPress, then you must be familiar with the fact that if you try to select text fragments from multiple blocks, then what it does is it automatically selects the complete blocks. To showcase you this, let me take you to WordPress 5.9. Right over here, I've created two identical posts. You can see two paragraphs. Okay, then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this line and these lines and see what happens. So I'm going to select this. You can see it automatically selects all of the paragraphs. Let us try again. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, it selects both the paragraph blocks. Now what this does is, in case you want to copy certain aspects of this and certain aspects of this, then you cannot do that. Okay, now this has changed in WordPress 6.0, where you will be able to now select parts of your parts of text across multiple blocks. Now to see this, what I'm going to do is again put my cursor in here, and now I'm going to select. Now you can see it does not select. Okay, it will only select the portions or the part of the text or the text fragments that you want to select. Now this basically brings the feel of editing a Word document or any other text application that you use on a daily basis. Now this is a very welcome change, because at times it gets really difficult if you want to copy certain things or multiple things from different blocks. This feature makes it possible. Now, after the selection of text fragments, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the introduction of featured image in the cover blocks. Now, if you have been using the cover block, then you can upload an image, but you cannot select the featured image directly from the cover block. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, what I've done is I've created two identical posts, and both these posts have the same featured image, the black image that we have just used in the gallery block, in the gallery block section. You can see right over here, this is the same image. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cover block, and you see it just gives you the option to add media, upload media library, or change colors or whatever. Okay, this is just the options that you get. Okay, now if here also the options are just the same, just the regular options, the overlay, the opacity, dimension. Okay, no option to add the featured image. Yes, you can upload it from the media library, but no direct options. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cover block in the WordPress 6.0 article, and you will see it gives me the option to add the featured image. This is the new icon that has been introduced. You can see it says use featured image, and when I click it, it automatically uploads the featured image. Along with this comes the settings, which are just the same settings. Let me just go here and upload this. You will see the settings are exactly the same. However, this thing is different. This option is different. Now if I click it back, it will remove it. Okay, so this is the new featured image option that has been introduced. Now this thing perfectly complements the site editor. Now in case you are using the cover blocks to create basically the hero sections, then you can use featured image in the cover blocks and set them to basically full width or wide width, depending on what kind of a page you are creating. Okay, so this is another change. Now moving on from the cover block, the next improvement that you will notice in WordPress 6.0 is to the group block. Now, if you have been using group blocks, then you must be familiar with the fact that it lets you customize almost every aspect of it, including the width of the contents, but it does not allow you to change the layout. Now, let me take you to the group block in WordPress 5.9, which is right over here. I've created this group block. When I select it, what it shows is inherit the default layout, change the width of the content, how wide it is going to be, whatever. These are the changes. Then the color, border dimensions and everything, the spacing, and then the advanced option. But there are no options for the to change the layout. Now in WordPress 6.0 this has changed, and two new block types or variants of group blocks have been introduced, and these are row and stack. Now let me show you. Now this is a group block. I'm gonna select it. You can see right over here, this is the transform to row and this is the transform to stack. So these are the two new layout options or two new variants of the group block that has been introduced in the WordPress 6.0. Now you are seeing these here. You can add them through the block inserter as well. Let me show you. You can see row and stack, row and stack. Okay, you can add them from here as well, and using these options you will be able to basically create responsive layout using the Gutenberg editor. Now I will be going into details of about these new variants in some other video, or maybe in the WordPress 6.0 video that I am going to do as a comparison style video. So in that video probably I'll go into a little bit more detail about these and will describe these options to you as well. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now the last topic that we are going to discuss in this section is the changes or the improvements to the color picker in WordPress 6.0, or the changes or improvements that you will see in the color picker in WordPress 6.0. Now for this again I have two posts, one in WordPress 6.0 right here and the other one in WordPress 5.9.3. Now first things first, the first change that you will notice in the color picker is that when you will select a custom color using this, it will show you the name. You can see right over here, it will show you the name of the color. Now in case it does not know the name of the custom color, then it will show custom right over here. Now let's just go to WordPress 5.9 and see if this feature existed. Now I don't think so this existed. You can see this does not exist. Okay, now after this, the next feature that has been introduced is the transparency control for the color. Now you can see there are no transparency controls in WordPress 5.9, but in WordPress 6.0 you will see the transparency control. Using this you can create unique colors in WordPress. This is an amazing option. This is personally I like this one. Okay, so this is another option that you will see. Now after this, the last change that you will see is that, for example, this is the paragraph block that we are using. Now there is an option to change the color of the link, which is right over here. Now we do not get the option to change the link in WordPress themes as of now. Now this does not mean you cannot change. You will have to set it globally in customizer and globally in what do you say, in block based themes. Okay, but this thing has changed in WordPress 6.0, and now you will be able to customize link colors using the block editor. You can see right over here, when I click this, you will see this option to select link color, and once you select it, it will allow you to select a color. Now this is not a global change, this is just for this paragraph block itself, and that's it. Okay, so in case you are looking to change the color of the links of a certain block in a certain block, then you can use this. Now when I go here, I will see, you can see the link option over here. Now as of now, what I remember, this option did not exist in 5.9.2 as well. So probably this is a new option. But one thing that you will notice is that it does not allow you to deselect this option whereas you get the option to deselect link. That's it, link is gone. That's it, you can select it. Okay, so this is the last and final change that you will see in the color picker in WordPress 6.0. Now before you leave, before we dive into the next section, into the next section, it is important to know this is right now only for the blog based themes. I did not find it in the customizer based themes. Even the default WordPress themes did not come with this feature, so keep this in mind. This is just for the blog based themes as of now. That is why I haven't switched themes by now. Okay, so this is another change that you will see for the color picker in WordPress 6.0 update. Now, after the color picker, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the retaining of styles when transforming blocks. Now, if you have been using WordPress, then you must be familiar with the fact that when you transform blocks, like you're converting a paragraph block into a heading block or a heading block into a list block, then that block will lose all of its styling. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.0. Now let me first take you to the WordPress 5.9 and transform a paragraph block. I've created two identical posts right over here, one in WordPress 6.0 and one in WordPress 5.9. So let me just transform this paragraph block into heading block, and let me show you what happens, and then we are going to discuss the change. So to transform this paragraph block, let me just click this and click this to heading. Now you see the background color is gone. So this is what happens when you were transforming blocks in before basically the WordPress 6.0 update. It will lose all of its styling. Now this has changed. Now what happens is when I will try to transform this block into the heading block, it will retain its styling. You can see the bold is right over here and the background color is still there. So this is an interesting change, probably one of the changes that I most like in this update. Now this concludes the second part of the video, which was about the changes to the block editor or the default WordPress editor that you are using to create pages and posts in WordPress. The next change that we are going to discuss, the last part of this video, is going to be all about the new blocks that have been introduced or that you will see in the WordPress 6.0 update. Now the first new block that we are going to discuss in this video is the author bio or the post author biography block. Now this block is a part of the already existing post author block. Let me add that block and show you where this block already or where this information already exists. So let me add the post author, and you can see you cannot see the biography because the option is disabled by default, and when I will click this, it will show you the biography of the author. Now this part right over here has got its own block now, and using it you will be able to add the biography of the author anywhere on the page or the post. Okay, so let me now add the post author biography block. You can see right over here it fetches this exact same information. Now in case you are wondering where this information is coming from, now you can see right over here when you will create your profile in WordPress, you can add the biography right over here, and this is the same one that you will see right over here. So this is the information that you will have to add in order for this block to work. Okay, and this block is a part of the bigger this block. Okay, so when I'm saying this block, this is the post author biography block, and this is the general post author block. Okay, so you will have to see, so in case you are just looking to add the post author biography, then you can use this block. In case you are looking to add the complete, the what do we call, the complete post author section, then you can use this block. So this is the first block that has been introduced in WordPress 6.0. Now again, before we move to the next block, this block can be found in the theme section of the block inserter, which is right over here at the bottom, the post author biography block. Okay, so this is the first new block that has been introduced, or that you will see in WordPress 6.0. Now, after the author bio block, the next new block that we are going to discuss is the read more block. Now, as the name suggests, when you will add this block, it will add a link to the post it is associated with, using which users can basically visit that page. Now, first let us see where this block basically exists. Now, let me just click this block inserter right over here, and you will see it is under the theme section. Where is it? This is the read more block, and you can see right over here I've added this block right here. Now what I am going to do is I am going to add a read more block to it. Now what this should do is this read more link should basically link to this hello world, the default hello world post. So let me just save this thing as draft, click preview it in the new tab. Now this is the read more button that we have added. This is basically the new read more block, and when I will click it, it will take me to the hello world post. You can see right over here. So this is the purpose of this read more block. Again, you get access to all the settings which are right over here. You can open the link in the new tab, color settings, typography, the decorations, the dimensions, border, and advanced tab. So it is up to you how you want to design this read more block. Now I hope you have found this video helpful, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Also, the links to our socials are in the description box below. Make sure to follow us on other platforms as well. And with that said, I will see you in the next video.